Welcome back to another episode of What the Frick Reviews.
Hello.
I'm DJ.
I'm Katie.
And this week we are going to do something a wee bit different as it is February. February. And next time we record, we'll go back to movie reviews. But we wanted to help all those guys, gals, non-binary folks out there. Valentine's Day is coming up, or if you don't celebrate like you really shouldn't, it's just February 14th.
Okay, well,
it's a Hallmark holiday.
However they want.
Make sure you're
celebrate.
Yeah.
With pizza.
Yeah.
And my cats. As you should.
I'm a firm believer that you shouldn't just celebrate on the 14th. You should always be celebrating. Like, you shouldn't be...
Yeah, but, like, Thanksgiving is one day, but you should always... I mean, we don't really support Thanksgiving in the traditional sense, you know what I mean? But...
What's the traditional sense?
You know what I mean? Like, it's bad because of the
We don't celebrate the history of it.
Yeah, we don't do it because America. We do it because, like, we should be thankful for everyone in our lives.
Yeah.
So, like, I know Friendsgiving. I like how we have that now. Like,
yeah.
That's a thing.
And then you have Valentine's Day, which is you hang out with your gal pals all day.
Yes, except all my gal pals are in happy relationships. So
that doesn't mean you can't have a Galentine's Day.
I don't want to. They can't double dip. It's not fair. It's not fair.
All right.
Let me have my day.
Your day. Wow.
Yeah,
so
my
possessive.
Valentine's
You're
Day.
single for a second, and now you have possessive pronouns on things.
And?
All right.
All
right. So what we're going to do differently is that we're just going to pick... Katie and I curated a list of top 5 movies to watch on Valentine's Day. They don't necessarily have to be romance films, but it's just what we both think would be like a good like movie marathon. Oh no,
That's how DJ thought of it, but this is how I thought of my list. These are movies I would want to watch on Valentine's Day.
Oh, okay.
Specific to myself.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I see.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I also like these would be movies that like I would like be like, oh yeah, I could watch this on Valentine's Day.
Like these are movies that would put me in a good mood on Valentine's Day.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I didn't really do that. My list is like weirdly depressing.
I said this to you a few times to try to get on the same page, but every time I was like, we're not on the same page. But I was like, let it roll.
Yeah. We'll just let it happen naturally. If not, it will make a great conversation. And let's just fucking kick it off right off.
5 movies.
Five movies, and they can be any genre. And we have no clue. I think we both know at least one movie, but I don't think I know what the ranking is of yours. But you know, yeah. Anyway, I don't really have a 5th one. Spoiler. I couldn't think of another one.
I guess it's just me.
No, I have one. Don't worry. This one's split.
What do you mean?
My 5th movie is...
You only can pick one.
Fine. My 5th movie is Phantom of the Opera.
Oh.
The Joel Schumacher movie, not the stage play. Everyone needs a good musical in your life, and there's nothing that gets you jazzed more than that operistic open overture, and then a creepy dude stalking another woman, and then she falls in love with her childhood best friend, and then
what happens to the creepy dude though? Is he the childhood friend?
No. Raul's a childhood friend.
Okay, well, knowing his name will do nothing.
Yeah, let me do the plot. I'll do the plot because that's how we should probably set this up. So the plot of Phantom of the Opera, if you don't know.
Wait. I want to say something.
Go ahead.
My lady. If you see me rolling my eyes to our video viewers, it's because he won't shut up about opera. No, not opera. About, what do you watch?
Phantom of the Opera.
No, but what is it? Musicals?
Oh, yeah.
What is it?
Well, I'm so confused. The genre of musicals in general, or just Phantom of the Opera? Because I've been talking about Phantom of the Opera for like 6 months.
Is it musicals or a different word that I'm trying to think of? You like watching musicals or... plays? What are they called?
I think, yeah. I think you're referencing I watch musicals and I watch stage musicals as well.
Well, yeah, he's always talking about musicals and he's always talking about the Muppets. So it's like either one or the other with this guy.
Yep. And I do own the novel adaptation of Phantom of the Opera with the Muppets.
Oh my god! And then when they're intertwined, it's just even better. But anyways, tell us about Phantom of the Opera.
So Phantom of the Opera, the plot of the movie. This will be spoiler free, for the most part. Oh no! This is gonna be full of spoilers.
Yeah, I want the spoils.
Free of spoils. Is that what I meant?
Free of spoils?
No, that I also said that wrong.
Oh my god! Will I ever hear this story?
So Phantom of the Opera is a very famous opera house in Paris. It's like the late 1800s.
Wait.
Yes.
So it's an opera about an opera?
Yes.
I hate it already.
Well, I mean, crazy thing, the movie and musical is called Phantom of the Opera, so you can make the context clues that it's about the opera.
Go on.
That will be my last mean comment, but that one I like.
That was necessary.
That was in the title.
I know that one was necessary. Keep going. I'll take that one.
And you're introduced to Christine Daae, who is a ballerina in the stage production, but then the prima donna gets the Phantom has been haunting this opera for like 3 years, and she just says, "I'm tired of this. We have new ownership. I don't want to deal with this shit anymore." And then they're like,
"So they call a priest?"
No, it's a real human. The Phantom is real.
What?
Yeah, he's a phantom because nobody can see him.
Then how is he real? This reminds me of Igor.
Well, he's like swiper no swiping. Nobody can catch him. He's just
he's a real person.
He lives underneath the catacombs of Paris, underneath the opera house. Maybe if you let me get through the plot, you wouldn't have so many questions.
Well, remember Igor when it's the news host and he's invisible and he's like, "I'm not wearing pants."
No, he's not actually invisible. He's just a little crafty little bugger.
Okay.
So the Phantom has been haunting the opera house for like 3 years.
It sounds illegal.
It's morally, legally gray area.
I don't think so.
The main actress quits. Christine Daae gets her opportunity because it's revealed that the Phantom has been teaching her how to sing really well. She calls the Phantom her angel of music.
Okay, so she gets to hang out with the Phantom?
Yes. The Phantom teaches Christine Daae how to sing really well. And they have a lot of songs about how the Phantom is like, I have the gift of music, but I have a horrendous face. So I'm giving you my gift of music so you can sing out.
Oh, so he's like the Hunchback guy.
Yes.
Is that where it comes? Which one came first? Hunchback or Phantom?
Almost the exact same time. This was written in the late 1800s.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going. Sorry.
And then so she gets to perform, and then her childhood best friend Raoul is in the audience, and then they reconnect and they fall in love. And then
a hooga hooga, right?
Yeah.
That's usually your line, but you didn't say it, so I want to throw it in
there. Sorry. When I talk about movies I really like, it's hard for me to make fun of them. Sorry.
Yeah. Reggie.
Oh guys, yeah, this is Reggie. But yeah, so she falls in love. A lot of shit happens. Basically, it's just them dealing with how the Phantom is in love with Christine Daae and wants to kidnap her, and he wants to live a life with her. But then she's like, I don't like you like that. I like the hotter dude without the fucked up face. And he was like, you bitch.
That's fucked up.
It is, but it's also fucked up that he does kidnap her. And then there is a sequel that I did just finish right before Katie came over called Love Never Dies. And it's insinuated that they fucked. And
which ones?
Like Christine Daae and the Phantom, it's insinuated that they had sex. But it's weird because the scene that it would have happened in Phantom of the Opera, she was unconscious for a lot of it. So the Phantom is kind of like an incel in this whole movie. But it's played by Gerard Butler. The music is bomb. Joe Schumacher.
Not Gerard Way, though, so we don't care.
Yeah.
Is that his name?
Yeah,
My but you said Romance. It wrong last time, so now I'm like, I think I don't know.
So that is my fifth movie pick. I love the music. It is ultimately a romance thing where you're dealing with the power of love can overcome any odds. The odds just happen to be a deformed man living in the catacombs of Paris.
That's spicy.
Yeah, I do really like it. A lot of people don't like this movie adaptation of it. I watched an hour-long roast of it, and I was like, I don't agree with any of these takes.
I mean, I guess, but no.
Yeah, as a person that is super easy to like shit on a film, I'm like, nah, I kind of get all these like decisions. Like this film is good to me. I've listened to this album so many times that it was on my Spotify Wrapped.
I don't want to hear about no Spotify Wrapped.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We had this discussion at work, and so everyone started sending me their Spotify Wrapped.
Right. And Katie's just embarrassed because she only has the Wiggles on it, and she's afraid of that.
Don't be fucking rude.
Okay, so that's my 5th movie pick. Phantom of the Opera. It isn't like a full official pick. But I do really think that like it really like is a good time. I enjoy it. I've seen it like several times. I finally convinced my wife to listen to the soundtrack because we were on a road trip and she had nowhere else to go. And then she ended up liking it, I think.
So she said so she would survive.
Yeah. So what's your 5th movie?
Don't look at my
I'm not looking. I saw your phone and then I diverted. I only saw the little circles.
Okay. Well, my fifth movie should be obvious, but it's The Princess and the Frog.
Oh.
I love that movie. That's
a good
my
movie.
favorite. And I love Tiana, and I'm so upset that there's not much merch of her at Disney.
Yeah.
Because I can never find anything. One time I was only able to find a mug, and I was like, come on, my girl Tiana, we need more.
Yeah. Princess and the Frog, I remember watching it for the first time and not really liking it. And then I watched it a second time not as a idiot teenager, and I'm like, oh, this is like actually like one of the better, if not best, like recent Disney films.
I just really like it. I mean, I like the vibe. I mean, I like the Voodoo Man. I like that aspect because I like, I like that kind of stuff. The beignets. I mean, come on. And then Tiana, like, she actually works hard and does stuff for herself.
Do you need to go through the plot, you think? I went through the whole plot of Phantom of the Opera, or do you think people kind of... I think everyone knows Princess of the Frog.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of went through the plot for me because I didn't know that movie. But
Phantom of the Opera, yeah.
She works really hard each and every day and blah, 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 part of the song. And then Prince comes from a far land, Prince Naveen, which is, he's fucking hot.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I was at Disneyland, and then there was the parade at night, and the guy who was Prince Naveen, I was like, okay, they got that right. Because he was hot.
I can confirm that. Yeah.
Princess Tiana was so beautiful. And I was just like, oh my gosh. But anyways, so then the prince comes because he's getting kicked off from his parents or whatever. I don't even remember. And then he gets tricked by the voodoo guy. He turns into
Dr.
a frog.
Facilier.
Sure. And then he turns into a frog, and then she ends up kissing him, and then they go on this big adventure, and they're trying to become human again.
Yep.
And she wants a restaurant.
It's so good. It's so good.
I really like the music. I love... Oh
music
my gosh.
is amazing.
I love Raymond, the little lightning bug. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So funny. And then the alligator is super funny. I don't know. I just really like a lot of the
look at
characters.
us. 2 musicals right off the bat.
Oh, shit. It's not a musical. It's a Disney movie. There's a difference.
There's a difference.
Yeah. But that one's like one of my fave Disney movies, and I wish that it was like more popular, I guess you could say.
One of the things I didn't like about the movie, and I just wasn't paying attention enough, is that I didn't like that the whole movie really focused on her working her ass off to open her own restaurant. And then I did not pay attention enough, and I saw that she did, and I thought that the prince paid for the whole thing. But the movie specifically shows that she's like, no, I have the money. This is my restaurant. I don't care that you're rich.
Yeah.
I'm opening this. And I was like, that's a top tier right there.
I mean, she had the money for the down payment, but then somebody like swooped in on the place that she wanted. So it's like, even if he wasn't there and like if someone didn't swoop in or whatever, like she would have had it. Yeah. But I mean, now she has it and shares it with someone else. I
just really liked that the movie didn't say, oh no, now that she had her knight in shining armor, she's just like dead weight. She's running the place. It's Tiana's place.
Yeah, but I hate it how some people are like, you don't need no man, but it's like, okay, yeah, obviously she knows that she's done this all herself, but like, it's nice to share it with somebody and that's who she wants to share it with. So don't need to roast him or anything like that. I just hate, my mom does it. She's like, I don't need no man. I'm like, okay, yeah, no one needs a man, but it's, the message if it's your partner, it's fine.
Exactly. Like, it's like, that's the point of the message. She didn't need him, but she's happy to have him.
Yeah,
It isn't a need, it's just a want. And not even really a want. She didn't
I mean, she didn't want him for a long time.
But then she saw him out of the frog, and she was like, mama, like.
Oh, my God.
Well, also don't worry about the merchandise, because Splash Mountain officially is closed for refurbishment to become a Princess and the Frog ride.
Is that at Disney World or
both? But I do think Disneyland in California is officially getting a Tiana's Place restaurant.
Thank God.
Yeah, that's happening officially. I saw that. I don't know if it's coming to Disney World. I mean, I don't know why it wouldn't, because you're right. Like, beignets are bomb, and I love the color palette of the movie too. So
I know.
like, yeah.
I mean,
as you can tell by my lime green pants.
It's just a vibe. I
Yeah.
like it. I like all the little characters too in it. Like, it just all of them work well together. But that's just my opinion. So
Yeah.
that was my number 5.
Okay, number 4 for me is a movie called Ruby Sparks. It is a Paul Dano movie. Paul Dano of
Whoever
the
that
Riddler fame. He was in the
Right.
Batman.
Oh, the Riddler. That's Jim Carrey. Get it right.
The Batman. I didn't say Batman Forever or whatever the fuck that one was.
Well, you said the Riddler.
In the Batman.
Yeah, he's the Riddler.
But that's Don't you do this to me.
Come again?
Paul Dano of Little Miss Sunshine fame, of Swiss Army Man.
I know who you're talking about.
Do you
now.
actually? Hey, there you go.
From the Little Miss Sunshine.
Yeah.
Like, I can't see. I'm colorblind.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Paul Dano.
Yeah, it is.
Is it? Okay, good.
Yeah, that's why I said it.
I've never seen it.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's him. He really wanted to be a pilot, and then he found out he's colorblind. It was really sad. Yeah.
Anyway, Paul Dano is a writer in this movie, and he's very down on his luck. He's lonely, he's depressed, and he is a writer. I think I said that. And he starts writing a character named Ruby who comes to life, and then he just writes their relationship. And then the whole movie is him falling in love with this character that she's writing, but then it kind of turns a little bit when she starts developing her own personality. He starts rewriting her so she gets more attached to him. Okay. And I just
sounds very incel-y.
Yeah. Well, like, it's the whole movie, it's like him dealing with the fact that he doesn't have to have the perfect woman, and the woman doesn't have to be the perfect person for him. He has to accept that he needs to love himself before he can love someone else.
Ugh, cliche. But also, this kind of reminds me of the movie with Her. Was it called Her?
Oh, yeah, Joaquin Phoenix
it.
and Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, I've never watched it, but like it gives off that vibes, I guess.
I like watched the final third of that film with my dad and my sister, and I asked how they felt about it, and they said, I don't know. And then later on, I found out that there is a sex scene where he's like with the phone, and I don't know what happens in that scene.
On vibrate?
He's a man.
You put it in your butt.
I've never done this before.
Oh, don't lie to me.
It slipped right in, Joaquin.
Siri.
Yeah, and then the worst version of it, Jexy with Adam Devine, that came out a few years back.
Adam Devine?
The guy from Workaholic.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what movie?
It's called Jexy, and Jexy is Siri in the movie, and he falls in love with her.
I feel like I've watched some of that, possibly.
Yeah, it looked not good, and I never watched it because I was like, well, I mean, Her did that, and Her was an art film, and this is a shit film.
Yeah, I mean, I like that one movie that he's in where, oh God, what is it? He loves his best friend. Mm-hmm. And then she's engaged to somebody, and then he like starts. The photo booth one. I actually really like that one.
Kissing Booth? No, sorry. You said photo booth, and then I did. Sorry.
No, he's in a photo booth, and it's like a time machine, and so he took pictures, and then he went back to the first night that they met, and so he keeps like going back because he wants to make it perfect, so where they end up together. Oh,
About Time or something like that.
Something like that.
God, that movie's depressing though.
Really, I liked it.
Isn't that movie like his like dad dies, and he like chooses to be with his dad? Domhnall Gleeson. It's a redhead.
No?
Oh, there are so many rom-coms with that description that I'm going...
No. He's trying to, like, get the girl to like him. He thinks that he ruined his chance the first night that they met. Mm-hmm. He ruined his chance, so he keeps, like, going back to the first night that they met. And then eventually, okay, spoiler alert, eventually he realizes that he's not meant to be with her. He's meant to be with her roommate or her best friend. Like, that's
How I Met Your
soulmate.
Mother. I'm just kidding.
I never finished that.
I mean, that's not
I
really.
mean, how I Met Your Father.
I mean, like the roommate thing was like a season 4 plot detail. Like like Ted's dating a girl and then goes to her apartment and like picks 5 things. Says, I love all 5 of those things. And she was like, you just picked 5 things of my roommate. And I'm so tired of you fuckers doing that because every guy falls in love with my roommate and nobody likes me. And he's like, anyway, deuces.
Yeah.
I don't know. I vaguely heard of this movie, but also that plot is like, it is like a pretty universal plot.
I mean, it's worth
Sounds
one
good.
watch.
Sounds
worth
good.
One watch, yeah.
It also reminds me of that new Pete Davidson.
Keep going.
Pete Davidson and who's the girl? Who's Penny? Kelly Kuko, I think her name is.
Yeah, they have a movie? Oh, I think.
It's called Meet Cute, and the plot is that, and this is in the trailer because I don't want to spoil this. This movie actually came out like a few months ago. The plot of it is that she randomly interacts with Pete Davidson and then is able to time travel through a tanning booth, so keeps reenacting the first time that they meet over and over and over again.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can Pete Davidson actually act?
He's great in the movie.
Okay, I just was wondering.
Yeah,
because,
I know you don't like Pete Davidson, but I think he has a lot of charisma.
I mean, I just think overhyped for sure. I just think
Overhyped, really? I don't. Does he have hype?
Amongst the ladies, I guess. Yeah, I don't think everyone's like, he's so hot. I'm like,
I see it. He's funny.
He's funny, but that doesn't make him attractive. I mean, I guess. Okay, so I saw him live.
Mm-hmm. That's
comedy
fair. That's
show.
fair.
I saw him live, and the whole time he had his hood on, and he was just walking around, and blah, 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 and one of his openers was funnier than him, and I don't know. I just was like, if you're doing a show and you're literally like not really engaging in a sense, I was just like, not a fan.
Have you seen King of Staten Island?
No, but I know what the cover looks like.
Yeah, it's him topless.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was him sitting on the couch with the little kid.
No, that's Role Models.
Oh, never
That's
mind.
a different movie.
Never mind. King of Staten. No, I didn't.
I don't think that's Role Models. Actually, it's a different movie. That's a Hulu movie.
Yeah,
I know
it's a
what you're
Hulu
talking
movie.
about. That is not King of Staten Island.
Sorry, whatever.
King of
It's all
Staten
the
Island
same.
is its like autobiography film because it's about his dad dying as a firefighter.
Oh, so that's an autobiography?
Kind of like his dad actually.
But it's like dramatization, like
yeah,
okay.
yeah. It's like the whole like Pete Davidson's real father was a firefighter that really died in a fire, and that movie is kind of him as a person dealing with that.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
mean, that one sounds like pretty good. Like
Yeah.
a pretty good movie.
It's a Judd Apatow movie, if you know who that is.
Nope.
You've seen heard of 40-Year Virgin?
Yes.
Knocked Up. It's the same director.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
Oh, I should watch that movie. I would actually watch. I would watch that movie.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, I don't mind him. It's just like everyone's like, oh my god, and then I watch oh my god, what's that show? Murderville.
Oh yeah,
and then he pops up at the end. And I'm
up.
like, why do we need him here?
Yeah, I
There's
do
literally,
think
like, no
his
point.
pop up in Murderville was dumb, but I
Yeah.
also liked how chaotic he was. Like he was like, I don't care about any of this, and then he
Yeah.
was like, I'm just gonna mess with all of this. I'm gonna be as chaotic as I can be in this 2-minute cameo that I have.
Yeah, I know he's literally there. I was like, why did they even bring him in?
Yeah.
Out of everyone, but I mean, I love Murderville. I want them to come out with more. I just like my favorite. But anyways,
So yes, my 4th film, and just like as a disclaimer, my films are actually a lot more heavy than this persona might come off of. So Ruby Sparks is like a drama. It's for sure a drama. It's not really a comedy. It is about someone dealing with the perception of their relationship. But I really liked it. I thought it was a really clever way to do it. Like they did the cinematography was really well done. How they like were showing him writing and everything, because he does like reveal to Ruby like I write what I tell you to do.
okay.
And so that was a really cool scene. But yeah, so that's my 4th film. What's yours?
My 4th film is Heartbreakers.
Heartbreakers.
Yes.
I don't know if I know this movie.
It has gosh, I'm like Jennifer Love Hewitt, isn't it?
Jennifer Love Hewitt. Oh, so this is like a 90s film.
Yeah, early 2000s, 90s.
Yeah.
And it's the guy from My Name is Earl. I forgot his name.
Oh, but Earl.
Yeah, Earl.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jason
him.
Lee, maybe something like that.
Something
Jason,
like that. Yeah, he used to be a skateboarder, and now he's an actor.
Don't you mean a star of Alvin and the Chipmunks?
I mean, you're right. Yeah. So it's like them. Okay, so it's her and her mom are kind of like con artists. Like they con men out of their money.
Okay.
And so, but then like something happens where they lose their money, and so she's like, okay, I'm gonna do this one on my own, because usually her mom's taking the lead, and then they like trick men together, but she's like, I want to do this on my own, like I want to be on my own. And so this is like her first job on her own, and then she ends up like falling in love with him.
Oh
yeah, and it's actually really good. I mean, probably not really good, but it's funny because
it's good for a rom-com or like romance movie.
I mean, Jennifer Love Hewitt, gorgeous.
Yes.
Amazing. Also, the Earl guy, I forgot his name, Jason. Yeah. I think he's hot. So
yeah,
it's like that. Both on one screen, amazing.
Yeah.
But also,
do they have good like on-screen chemistry? Like that really can. I don't know. Well, like if you.
I can't tell.
Oh, I mean.
Sure.
Well, like if you.
I don't want to say yes and you watch and be like, what the.
Oh, 1 second. Let's see what he knocked down.
Doo doo. Doo doo. So, Otis is DJ's cat that he hates, but I love. He's a troublemaker, and that's why I love him. You know, troublemakers are great. They just are feisty, and they have a personality. They're not boring. So he knocked something over, so we went over there to check what it was. Me and Reggie are holding down the fort. So yes, Heartbreakers. I would assume they have good chemistry, whatnot, whatever. I don't want to say yes and you be like, oh my God, because I haven't watched it in a while. But also that person, Sigourney Weaver's in it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so she's in it. And it's actually, I mean, I just really like it. And then that one guy that just passed away that I'm really sad about. He was in Wild Hogs, the mean guy.
What dude from Wild Hogs passed away?
Oh, gosh.
You're not thinking of William H. Macy, right? Because he's still alive.
No. Here, let me pull up Heartbreakers and then. But anyway, I just really like it because it's funny, but also, I mean, this was one of the movies I watched growing up, and my dad, there's like bad parts to it. So he's like, when the bad parts come up, just look away. And I'm like, haha, yeah. I wouldn't fucking look away. Why would I look away?
What was the bad part?
Ray Liotta.
Oh, that dude died?
Yes.
Oh.
And it is Jason Lee, you're right.
It sounds interesting.
It is pretty good.
Never heard of it.
It definitely rom-com. Like, if you actually want to watch a rom-com, I would watch that one.
Yeah. So, cool. That sounds interesting. Yeah. Never heard of it.
You should watch it. It's 2001.
You know, the big year. The big 01.
Hey, I love my early 2000s movies.
Yeah. Oh, we know.
Oh, we know.
All right. So, my third pick... to just continue on the less light-sided or lighthearted side of this is 500 Days of Summer. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Zooey Deschanel.
I don't think I ever watched it.
But you know of it.
I mean, when you said that, it just reminded me of the...
50 Days or whatever.
Something of Sunshine.
Oh, I don't know.
The one with Jim Carrey.
Oh, Internal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind or something like that. Yeah. God, that movie is so good.
Really? Okay, isn't it really sad?
Yes, 100%.
I don't want to watch
it. The whole plot of the movie, just a real quick diversion, is that they live in a future that you can erase the memories of your ex.
Aww.
And you go into the machine and deal with it, and then it's his subconscious fighting to keep those memories alive.
Aww.
Oh my God, talk about fucking heart ripper. It is a great movie though.
It's maybe too soon to watch.
Yeah. No. It's a really great movie. Elijah Woods is in it. And he ends up trying to hook up with the girlfriend by using her, like, his memories on her, because the only reason why Jim Carrey did it is because he found out that Kate Winslet, his ex, had already done it. So he was like, oh, fuck her. I'm going to erase everything. Uh-huh. But then, like, throughout the movie, they're like, this is a bad idea. Like, we shouldn't have done this. Like, we're meant to be together.
Oh,
yeah.
That sounds cute. But, yeah, I don't want to be sad. I'd rather watch the number 23. It was only $1 at the case. I was like, $1? What a steal.
So 500 Days of Summer is about Joseph Gordon-Levitt being with Zooey Deschanel, and obviously this film is a lot more in the culture of zeitgeist now, especially since Joseph Gordon-Levitt, it's like, stop romanticizing my character. I'm the villain. Because he romanticizes his own relationship so much and puts so much weight when the entire time, like, Zooey Deschanel's character is like Summer. Fuck. It is. Her name is Summer in the movie.
I have a side note.
Okay.
You know how Zooey Deschanel is on
New Girl.
So one time we were hanging out with our friends and they put New Girl on. And me and DJ were the only ones in the living room at the moment because they went to the kitchen. And it was like, you kind of remind me of her. Like,
I said that to you?
Yes, you kind of remind me of her. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever. Then the friend group comes back in the living room.
I totally know.
And Wes was like, oh, she's so fucking annoying. And DJ was like, I know. And I was like, excuse the fuck out of me. I didn't say anything because I was like, what the hell?
For the record, I don't remember any of this, but I knew where this was going because I do think Zooey Deschanel is the worst character in that show.
Yeah. And so I was like,
I don't know why I would say that because you don't remind me at all of Zooey Deschanel. Are you sure it was me?
I'm sure it was you because you and Wes talk like that. So it's like...
Well, I don't know why I said that because you don't remind me of her at all.
I know, but it was just funny.
Yeah.
I was just like, it's just always in the back of my head. Like, TJ said this once. Like, that's kind of funny, but fucked up.
That's like almost most people's memories of me.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a bad memory. It makes me laugh, like, overall. But it's just always like, why did DJ say that?
Hey, don't worry. That's how I think about most of my memories. I'm like, why did that happen that way?
Yeah, mood.
Yeah. So 500 Days of Summer, he is with Zooey Deschanel. They break up, and then the whole movie is him trying to get back together with him. But the reason why Joseph Gordon-Levitt's like, stop romanticizing me in this is because his character had this, like, once again, a false idea of what their relationship was. The entire movie, Zooey Deschanel is like, we're not together. I don't want to be in a relationship, so I don't stop acting like my boyfriend because we're not dating, and like that really like messed with him. And I don't know, maybe my Valentine's Day movies are just supposed to make me feel something. So like that movie, I just really liked the whole thing. A very young Chloe Marie, I don't know how to pronounce her last name. She's in Kick-Ass. It's a blonde girl.
So many blondes.
Chloe, she was in the Carrie remake. Anyway, it's a young girl. She's young in that movie, and she's very fun. Yeah, okay. Her.
I don't know names, so that was pretty good.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
It's really good. I think like a lot of my list since we're 3 in officially.
That's probably wrong anyway.
No, you're right.
Okay,
it is her.
Okay,
I knew what her name was. I just couldn't pronounce it.
She's pretty.
Yeah. She quit acting for a little bit.
She's pretty, SpongeBob. Every time I say pretty, I think of that scene.
She was almost going to be a Little Mermaid.
Really?
Yeah, and then she backed out because she quit acting for a little bit.
Wasn't it because... Well, I mean, there was a big meme about her, and that really got to her, which it would have gotten to me, too.
Yeah. Well, then, like, even, like, worse is that she just came out with a movie with Louis C.K. where she was underage, and Louis C.K. was preying on her in it. Right, and that came out right as the Louis C.K. shit was coming out on top of it.
Same guy? The comedian guy?
Yeah, the redhead, yeah.
Ugh.
Like, a lot of my list is a lot about the perception of a relationship and making sure that you're defining what the relationship is and not letting your brain overdevelop what it is. And I guess I think I relate to that because I always like overzealous a lot of things in my head. Mm-hmm. So I like to watch a movie that like shows like, hey, focus on what's happening around you. Like, this is the person that you're with. Stop romanticizing something that actually isn't happening and be happy with what life is handing you.
Yeah.
And that's my third movie.
Yeah, he's like, gets really deep, and I'm just like, haha, funny. Like, that's how we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
What's your third movie?
Let me see. I don't remember. My third movie is Coraline.
Okay. I've recently rewatched this, so I can speak a lot more on this movie.
And how was it?
It's still all right. It's a little slow in the middle. More slow than I remembered it being.
Okay, well, you just need to relax.
Okay. When's the last time you've seen Coraline?
When's the last time I cared what you asked me? Ugh.
Like a second ago.
I know. I don't remember the last time. Well, I definitely have been wanting to watch it, but... Thank you. I've been definitely wanting to watch it, but they took it off Netflix or whatever, so then I had to buy it, and I don't know if I bought it at McKay's yet. I bought it.
It recently got re-released on 4K Blu-ray.
I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah. I just watch it. I'm like, ooh, look. Pretty color.
So what about Coraline? Why did Coraline make your list?
Oh, because it makes me happy.
Oh, does it really?
Yeah, I love watching that movie because I like the animation and all of that, and I like I don't know. It's kind of like I I don't know how to explain it. I love many things.
Mm-hmm.
So I like the stop motion.
Yeah.
Because it like gives me that same feeling as when I look at miniature things. And also the scene in Toy Story 2 where he's like fixing up Woody.
Yes. Yeah.
Like that kind of, I don't know.
Everyone
that vibe.
knows that fucking scene. That scene, I don't think anyone can look like not see that scene start and be like, I guess I got like 2 minutes.
Yeah, no, I don't know why. Like stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's what like the vibe that movie gives me. Just like the visuals and everything. And there's a cat in it. So
There is a cat in it.
Extra points.
A talking cat on top of it.
Yes, exactly. So I don't know. I just really like the vibe of it. And I really wish there was a second one.
Really?
Yeah, I wish there was another one, but I don't know.
Well, there is. It's called Caroline. We found it at McKay's.
Oh my God. It was literally like a floating cat or something. I don't even know. But I don't know. I really
Just
like,
makes you happy.
It makes me happy. And yeah, I would want a second one. I don't know if it would be on Coraline or if it would be like another family in there.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
I'd be more interested in that.
What?
Like a second family.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because Mother is gone.
Right.
Supposedly.
And just real quick for anyone that hasn't seen Coraline is a animation
and watch
movie.
it.
They move into a new house, and then she finds out that there is a secret.
She has another mother.
Another mother.
And another father.
And another father.
Oh, wait.
And they have button eyes.
Another mother and other father.
Yeah. And it
You're not
seems...
throwing buttons into my eyes?
Yeah. Jesus
Chartreuse.
Christ. Oh my God.
What? That's the line.
Oh, weirdly enough, that movie does kind of go in the correlation of my theme, the perception of reality. Don't wish for something that you don't actually have.
Don't make this deeper than it is.
What do you mean? Understand the theme of the movie?
Yeah, we just watch it and then we move on. We're not
right.
We're not like
you're the accountant. I'm the film major.
We're not wine people where we're like, yes.
Oh yeah.
Simmer. Let it sizzle on my tongue. We don't do that. We're just like,
all the flavors in my mouth.
we're just like, it's a good soup.
Yeah. Yeah. Katie and I were recently talking about wine, and I don't give a shit. I think all wine connoisseurs are fucking scams. I think you're lying. I think all of them are lying. I think it's been proven that you're lying. I think everyone has an individual taste bud, and they like the wine that they like. I think anyone that gets paid to grade wine is lying and getting paid to lie to me.
Alcohol just does not taste good, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you put the juice in it and it tastes good.
Or in your case, you freeze the rosé.
Oh, frosé, baby. Frosé is my favorite. That's the only thing. And then we have this bar here, and they're like, frosé seasonal. It's too cold outside. I was like, I will shiver my ass off out here with my frosé over drinking a beer.
I will shiver my
timbers.
I will shiver my ass to get that frosé right now.
Hand it over.
Yeah.
No,
with the shank and everything.
Dude, you gotta do what you gotta do for the frosé.
But yeah, I don't know. I fully acknowledge that I could just be like a 26-year-old talking out of my ass, but like I fully think that wine is so subjective, and if anyone's like, you're just not doing it right. And I'm like, no, you just spent $600 on a bottle of liquid and then an air purifier. You're saying it tastes good because you just wasted $600 when the box wine is going to do the same shit that you're drinking right now.
My opinion is, if that's your hobby,
it's your hobby. Exactly.
Do what you want. Exactly. But if you're going to like look down on someone because they're like, oh, look, I got this frosé. And they're like, frosé.
Yes.
It's like, okay, dude, shut the hell up.
Yeah,
like,
that is ultimately my opinion. Do not spread your shit to me because I think you're lying to me. But if you enjoy it,
like, cool.
Do whatever the fuck you want.
I mean, I'm always down to listen to somebody like about their hobbies and stuff. I mean, I'd learn new things, but that doesn't mean I'm going to be like, okay, yeah, I agree with you, or this definitely does taste better. There's this one Netflix movie I totally forgot. It was like all these older ladies are going on a birthday trip to wine country.
I think it's called Wine Country. Is it with Amy Poehler in it and Maya Rudolph?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's literally called Wine Country.
Wine Country. I love that one when they have the cups and they're like, and he's like, what do you taste? And they're like, grapes. And I was like, that's such a mood because like, I don't know what the fuck I'm tasting right now. It tastes like alcohol and it's gross.
There's an amazing show on HBO that like It's very popular, but it's really hard to recommend to people because it's very awkward. I just really relate to the dude. It's called How To with John Wilson, and he goes into wine, and he hires a wine dude. He's like a handheld documentarian. He just kind of films whatever he wants. And then the guy's like drinking wine and like, oh, don't you taste that? Like, it's really citrusy. And he takes a sip. He's like, yeah. And he's like, no, man, I'm lying to you. Make your own opinion. That's the whole thing. And I was like, all right, I kind of respect that, dude.
I thought you were going to be like Nathan For You went and did a wine thing.
Oh, it is produced by Nathan For You.
Really?
Yeah, that is like it's the same exact comedy style as Nathan For You.
That's up his alley.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
So you did your third. So now we're in the final two. Mine is actually finally a little bit more lighthearted. Is Scott Pilgrim versus the World. I think that's always a banger. It is kind of romantical because it is about he is fighting seven. Basically, the plot of the movie is that Scott Pilgrim falls in love with Mary Elizabeth Winstead, which who wouldn't?
Okay, she's the one that's in Sky High, right?
Yes, yes, she is. She is a villain in Sky High. Yeah. Which I mean, shit, I do the same thing.
Oh my god.
Anyway, he falls in love with Ramona Flowers. It's based off a comic that I haven't read, and he has to fight her seven evil exes. Chris Evans is in the movie, a young Chris Evans before Captain America. He's very funny in it. A dude who played Superman in like the Superman Returns is in the movie as a vegan. Very good. I just think it's a fun.
Vegan?
Yeah, it's
you
like
had to note that
because that's his superpower is that he's a vegan and he can read people's mind, and the only reason why Scott Pilgrim was able to defeat him is that he was like, oh, you just drank real milk. And he's like, how? He was like, because in my mind's eye or whatever, I just thought really hard that you were drinking oat milk, but actually it's real milk. And then the vegan police show up and he was like, you had 3 strikes and that's it. And they're like, what do you mean? He's like, you had caprese salad. And he was like, that's not vegan. He was like, you had a chicken salad. He's like, that's not vegan. And he was like, and you had real milk. And he was like, you lost all your vegan powers. And then his hair falls flat.
Aw.
Yeah.
For some reason, when you said real milk, I was like, that's not vegan for a second. I was like, it's a meat.
No, it's very funny, very lighthearted. It is an Edgar Wright movie, and he fucking nails it. I think it's definitely gained the following. Aubrey Plaza's in it. Anna Kendrick's in this movie.
Oh,
yeah.
I haven't watched it in a while. So
yeah, it's very good. I like it a lot. I think it's like a good casual, like you still get those romantic vibes, but ultimately it's just an action film.
It's really funny. I really like it.
Big fan. It's like one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
Yeah. And that's my number 2.
Okay, well, my number 2 is no surprise. It's Freaky Friday.
No
Lindsay
surprise
Lohan.
to the audience that doesn't know that you're obsessed with the soundtrack.
I'm obsessed. And Lindsay Lohan and just the movie. Like, I didn't even realize that I liked the movie so much until I started listening to the soundtrack on, like, Spotify. And I was like, wait a damn minute.
Yeah.
Like, this makes me feel so happy. And I literally would watch the movie over and over again, like, growing up. And then I was like, oh, shit. I like this movie a lot. But I don't know. It's just really good. So yeah, in the movie, her and her mom. Why are you laughing?
It's another movie about the importance of perception about everything.
We don't think about that. We just watch.
I'm a film graduate. That's all I do.
Keep that to yourself.
Okay, cool. So I'll just make a podcast where I review movies so I can talk about my opinions. Oh wait.
I'll leave. Anyway.
Jamie Lee Curtis is a mom.
Lee
Curtis, yes.
Okay, sorry. I got confused. I that was very aggressive, but I was kind of like, Lee question mark.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways.
I don't know why I know her full name, but I think that's kind of like...
that's like... Yeah. You say her full name.
You say like Lady Judi Dench, but you don't know... you barely know who Judi Dench is.
Whatever. Anyways, it's that white woman. Anyways, so Jamie and then Lindsay Lohan, they switch bodies and then they have to live as each other for a day. And the mom can't handle it and the daughter goes crazy and then there's a few romances in there. So...
Yeah, I haven't seen this movie in a while. I do.
Well, her mom is in the middle of a wedding, about to get married, so she has that aspect. Like, I don't want to marry your husband. And then the girl is in high school, and she has a crush on this guy. And she doesn't want to be embarrassed. and she's trying to like get his attention, but the mom was like, "You're too young for boys." Or whatever.
Her love interest is like one of those heartthrobs from the 2000s, isn't it?
Oh yes, I'm totally.
I don't know his name, but I kind of.
I'm blanking on his name now. Like I knew it before, but he's hot.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, and then I remember that the movie ended teasing a sequel that never happened.
I know.
Between
With the grandpa and the little kid.
Yeah, the grandpa and the little kid. Yeah, I do remember that. I remember liking it. There is an awful new Freaky Friday out there. It's a musical.
Oh my God, when will it end?
Yeah, never, because I do just enjoy musicals. I'm sorry to burst your bubble.
Well, whatever.
I also didn't recommend it. I said it was an awful movie.
I didn't say you recommended it, but also, the last song that she sings in the movie is at the wedding, and it's like, you're the ultimate, and it's like talking about a guy. I was like, I want to play that at my wedding. Anyways, yes, I love the last song in the movie. I repeat the last song over and over again, and I sing it on the car rides home. But whatever, it's casual. It's nothing. It's nothing. My feelings are fine.
Yeah.
I'm healthy somewhat. But
yeah, DJ, don't make this deep. I mean, I cry every time I listen to the final song. But
also, my goal is to be Lindsay Lohan one year for Halloween. But then the older I get, I kind of want to be Jamie Lee Curtis when she gets the haircut.
Oh,
and
yeah.
she's wearing the dress and the boots. I don't know. It's just such a
such a
vibe.
mood. Yeah.
I don't know. I just always watch that when I'm in a funk. And it just brings me out of my funk. And I was like, this is what I would watch on Valentine's Day. And I mean, there's a wedding, so Valentine's, I guess.
Somebody's getting hits.
Ayo, not me. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel dumb because I just keep saying, yeah, it's great. It's great. It's great. Just watch it, okay?
Yeah, it is good. It's a good classic Disney 2000s movie. It is a Disney movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I like the color palette too, the pink and the green.
Yeah.
We're not talking about you.
Hashtag Fairly Odd Parents.
Hashtag shut the fuck up.
My number one pick is Everything Everywhere All at Once. It came out around this time last year. It is about an Asian immigration family who runs a laundromat and who is getting audited. They also have a daughter who is more American than their heritage, so they're dealing with that. And it's just a really good film. Once again, my theme of perceptions of remember to stay grounded in what your life is, because you won't realize how actually happy you are once you actually get out of your own head, look around you and enjoy it. It is also, and on top of all of those really intense themes, it's an amazing multiverse film. It is 2022. Oh my God, Jake. This is my dog, Jake. We decided to let the cats and the animals in for this portion of the podcast, and
hey,
Jake really just powered his way in.
He's like, what are you guys doing over here?
So it is a multiverse film, and it's about someone dealing with getting audited, but also dealing with what life is and what if she's made any regrets. The Daniels are an amazing director. Everything about the movie is really well done, and I highly recommend it. I always tear up at a certain portion of the movie. And honestly, the less you know about it, I think the more that you're going to enjoy it. I know it's a very overhyped film at this point because it did gain a lot of traction, a lot of word of mouth, but I think it's very warranted, and I think it is a perfect movie to watch for Valentine's Day or to get prepped for your Oscar picks if that's what you're into.
Yes.
But we're not into that.
And I don't know if we went over this, but yeah, if you want good movie recommendations, listen to DJ. And if you want totally off the wall recommendations, maybe when you're high or drunk, listen to me. Because my number one pick is
I'm excited because I don't know what this is.
Penguins of Madagascar.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
That is my number one, baby.
Oh
and I
my
will
God.
be watching that on Valentine's Day just to spite you because I know you hate me. I
don't hate the movie. I think the penguins are funny.
Dude, the movie is bomb. It's just so funny. It makes me laugh so much. I love kids movies.
Yeah.
Because I don't like dirty humor. If you can make me laugh and not be dirty, I think you're funnier than anyone else.
Uh-huh.
Because being dirty, I think, is an easy way to for humor.
Okay.
For like other people, and so I'm not a fan of it. Also, I am like get grossed out by dirty jokes.
Yeah.
As your wife says, I can't sexual jokes, no, but fart jokes, yes. That is me. I'm just not a fan. So kids movies are the best because also they have like the little random jokes for parents.
And they definitely can have sexual jokes, but it's always very high level. Like I still
not
love
just obnoxiously.
I still love the joke when in Shrek 1 when Shrek sees a castle for the first time for Lord Farquaad and he was like, what do you think, he's compensating for something?
Yeah, see, like I think that's funny, but when it's like just vulgar, I hate vulgar humor. Like I don't think it's funny. I think you're not really trying hard if you're doing that. That's my opinion.
I do fully agree with that. I do think that sometimes that R-rated movies like the Hellboy remake that came out a couple of years ago, they were like, it's R. And I'm like, yeah, but you didn't earn the R. You were just like, how many fucks and shits and gore could we add in to make a hard R?
Yeah.
But you didn't, the film didn't need it. And ultimately.
Hard R, don't say that.
Yeah, sorry. A hard R is a bad term, but it is also like.
For the movie term,
yeah,
I guess.
for movie term it is. He's fine.
Dog.
So no, I fully agree with that. I cannot believe it's not even like Shrek 4 or anything. Like that's not a Valentine's Day movie. Surprised Shrek didn't make the list.
I guess, I do really like Shrek, but this was like
the vibe.
This was like the vibe. Shrek I'd watch like on my birthday.
Oh.
That's like a treat.
Yeah.
Like, I know, Penguins of Madagascar, they're trying to fight a bad guy, per usual.
Isn't it an octopus or something?
It's an octopus guy. That reminds me of the guy from the Bar Rescue. I don't know why, but the octopus
like
guy
the host?
looks like him. Yeah, the host. some tavern or Joe Tavern.
His name has tavern in his name.
Taffer.
Oh.
Taffer, not tavern. Sorry.
Oh my God.
Joe
Talk
Taffer,
about
maybe?
I was born as Mr. Dentist, so I just became a dentist.
No. So yeah, but no, that one just like no matter what, high or not high, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
And it's just the penguins are so fun. In the first Madagascar movie, it's like you didn't see anything.
Yeah,
like,
smile and wave,
iconic.
boys, smile and wave.
Yeah, they're iconic. So
yeah.
It's just like I love that movie, but. And the funny thing is, like, okay, so those are our 5 movies, but like thinking about what I'm gonna be doing on Valentine's Day, I'm probably not gonna watch any of these movies. I'm gonna be watching YouTube videos of Mike the bartender. I love that guy.
Who's Mike the bartender?
I don't know.
Oh, what is it? Well, I guess like what are the videos?
Oh, he just like he watches Bar Rescue.
And
he's like kind of reviewing the bartenders to see if Joe Taffer is like actually just right or he's just being a jerk.
Oh, okay.
So he goes,
I get it.
It's usually funny because he's like, I was trying to be on your side, but you guys are being crazy. And he's just super funny. He's been on a lot of reality TV shows, and then sometimes he just reviews like cocktails and stuff. So I don't know. I like watching him. He makes me happy recently, and it'll just be nice to watch that while eating pizza. By myself with my cats.
What pizza recommendation would you give people? Like place?
Well, I don't know. I'm a frozen pizza girl because DiGiorno hits every time.
Yeah, Katie.
I'm a DiGiorno girl.
When Katie and I first started hanging out, she realized that I just get great value, and she took that as a personal slight.
No, because this bitch. You want to know what he said?
It's $3.
It's $3. I'm gonna pay $7 for a DiGiorno, and
if I'm gonna pay $7 for DiGiorno, I'm just gonna order out.
Yeah, but order out Little Caesars. No, DiGiorno's
Little
better.
Caesar slaps.
Okay.
Pizza.
Okay, their motto slaps. I'll tell you that. They got that right.
I tell you what.
But
yeah.
Costco pizza also is really good.
So like quick before we like do the wrap up, let's go through our 5 real quick. Not like reviewing, but like so we've gotten our top. So mine were Phantom of the Opera, Ruby Sparks, 500 Days of Summer, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, and Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yes. And you're just waiting to laugh at me.
No.
I see the look you have on your face. You're just like, say it. What's better than 24? 25. That's you right now.
I can't actually remember your 5th one. I don't know why.
My 5th one is The Princess and the Frog.
Right. And then Heartbreakers.
And then, can I say it?
Yes.
Okay. And then Coraline, and then Freaky Friday, and finally Penguins of Madagascar. And I'm looking at this right now, and 4 of the 5 are kids' movies.
What's not a kids' movie?
Heartbreakers.
Oh, yeah, that's
My dad
fair.
told me to look away at the bad parts.
What were the bad? Were they just like sex scenes or something?
Kind of. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like someone's boobs and stuff.
Oh. Well, you know, just like Scrooge, you had to point out the nipple that I probably wasn't going to notice until you said...
I didn't point it out. You did.
No, you literally...
No, you did.
You texted me saying, hey, don't freak out.
I bet you love this movie because you could see a nipple. Yeah,
and then I
did say
texted
that.
back, there's a nipple in the movie?
And I was like, don't be coy.
Yeah, coy. That's what I was doing.
What does that word mean?
Coy is just like shy, bashful.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, you use it, right?
Yeah, good.
I mean, honestly, comparing the two, I would probably watch your list on Valentine's Day more than my list. My list is just going to depress people.
Yeah, so
mine isn't a marathon. You kind of choose what you want to watch in your moment.
Pick
and if
your poison.
if you're gonna watch anything, watch Everything Ever All at Once, because that is top tier.
Yeah.
And then your palate cleanser would go to Scott Pilgrim.
No, Penguins of Madagascar.
All right, I can.
Debatable.
I'll concede. Oh no, that's a pretty good palate cleanser.
I mean, that's the thing.
Palate
Like
cleanser.
we thought about them in a different way. I was like, what is gonna make me happy on Valentine's Day? And then you were like, what are good movies?
Well, no, like good movies that deal with relationship as a central plot. That was like my main goal, and a lot of my movies that I really like end up having heavier themes. Because I'm a lot like Abed from The Community. I can't process emotions really well. So I have to like watch really depressing movies to be like, oh, that's what it's like to feel.
Oh, what's happening in my chest?
Yeah, I'm like the Grinch.
Yeah.
I'm having a heart attack. And my wife's like, no. And then my wife's like, no, you're actually just being human for a second. I'm like, oh, I don't like it. I don't like it. I'd rather be a dick.
Make it stop.
Yeah. But yeah, so for your Valentine's, you'll probably be watching... Oh, you said you're going to be watching YouTube videos. Honestly, like, my wife and I don't really celebrate Valentine's Day. Like, like I said at the top, we have been together for like 7 years, and we've been pretty much on par that we just buy each other gifts at random. So Valentine's Day is like kind of just an excuse if we want to buy Valentine's Day themed candy.
That's honestly good. I mean, I don't think Valentine's Day you have to like buy each other gifts, but maybe that's just because I've been in a terrible relationship for 5 years. Do people do that? Like, do you have to do that? But no, I mostly think like you could do something together, but it doesn't have to be extravagant.
Yeah, my problem with Valentine's Day is that I do think a lot of men will be like, oh, so Valentine's Day, birthday, anniversary, Christmas. That's the only time I ever need to show my relationship that I love her. But, like, those are, like, the most hallmark days. It's like when you go to church only on Christmas. Jesus knows that you're not going to church every other day.
Yeah.
Like, you should always be celebrating your relationship and surprising your significant other any day of the week. Valentine's Day shouldn't be...
Yeah, you shouldn't have a deadline.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It shouldn't be like, well, I really am shitty.
Oh, shit. It's in 2 days.
Yeah.
Like,
if you're going to the grocery store Valentine's Day buying flowers, obviously... circumstance depending. I don't know the fuck you're doing in your life. You're like, I gotta buy flower this Valentine's. It's like, you don't buy the fucking flowers. Like, they already know that you bought it that same day. Like, you should. It needs to be thought out. Like, you need to like think about it.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, it just depends on how you are throughout the year too.
Yes.
But I definitely think it's very commercialized and just money. Like, spend money Valentine's Day. But if you guys do something together, but that's the thing with me. Like, we don't even have to do anything on Valentine's Day. Maybe we could just, like, do something.
Just having an intimate, like, just cooking together could be a great Valentine's Day gift.
Yeah, just hanging out. But
just having an intimate night. Yeah. Well, I'm a homebody through and through. That's why we have a movie review podcast.
It's true. In your house.
Yeah. No. This is a very expensive.
It's a bunker. And,
this cat...
Came with the place.
Billions of dollars.
Came with the place.
Yeah.
We rent it out, and she's just here. She supervises.
Yeah. This is Rocky, by the way.
She's so cute.
She is my cat. She's my pride and joy. She is Rocky because she's named after the boxer, Rocky Balboa. It's a cute fucking story.
Yeah, the story. But then when he gets emotional at work, he'll send me gifts of Rocky Balboa.
So
It's a lot. It's
God,
too much.
Katie
I can't handle the
Katie
emotions.
hates when men are toxic and do this, and then I show an ounce, a little centimeter of emotion, and she's like, "Get over it, you prude."
No, this is.
Why do I keep saying prude?
I don't know. It's your word, but you said men, and I just want to distinguish anyone with emotions.
Yeah,
I can't handle.
yeah. Well, no, we talk about how toxic masculinity is such a problem in America, and I'm saying it's because men aren't allowed to show emotions, and then I show you an emotion, you're like, "What the fuck are you doing? Bottle that shit up."
No, it's because when it's directed towards me, I was like, okay, cool. You're grateful for me. I know, but don't say it.
Yeah. But yeah, so I don't know if we're going to do more lists in the future. This was a great idea by Katie. I think everyone's always looking for a good romantic movie to put on. I think you have a great list for a very casual thing. And maybe in like...
Okay. Don't speak down to me now.
No, I'm sorry.
I'm kidding.
Oh my God. I
you
really...
can never tell when I'm actually...
I can't.
It's called acting. I'm just kidding. Or trauma.
Let me look at... Yeah,
or depression.
Or deflection.
Amen, brother.
But yeah, I think your list is like a really good vibe, casual night. My list is what I like to like watch if I'm trying to feel like in like that like certain minds. Yeah, in the feelings. But whatever you guys want to do for Valentine's Day. I have hard opinions about wine and Valentine's Day, but if you and your significant other fucking go all out for Valentine's Day, respect to you.
Yeah.
Show up all those other
just
fucking
don't
couples.
Tell me about it. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. No. Get it down in the comments. Tell everyone how great your Valentine's Day was. And
yeah, make me miserable. Yeah, make me miserable.
Yeah. But yeah, so we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. We have another idea kind of cooking that we might be coming a little bit more frequently. It's going to be Katie's little corner, and I will just be...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I will be just a guest to this, where usually, as everyone knows, I am the quote-unquote business person. I know a lot of the facts about the movies that we do. I have, like, the research background. This is going to be your chance.
He cares. I just, like, solely survive on vibes only.
Yeah, we only live on a vibe train. Yeah, because I think about trying to be emotional. Anytime I, like, start getting really filmy, I, like... internally grown, so that's why I don't really sit in it a lot, because at some point I get tired of hearing my own shit.
I don't know, but yeah, it's definitely just something fun. So, because I mean, it'll be kind of like when I was talking about area codes. Just random stuff, you know?
Yeah, it's going to be called...
because there's a lot of thing I think about.
Yeah.
Okay? A lot of thing I think about, okay?
A lot of thing I think about,
okay?
Is that going to be the motto?
Yeah, a lot of thing I think about.
We're calling it Who the Frick Cares to keep the Frick branding, but I like...
Also, because that's how people treat me when I talk about Radix. Who cares?
I like the name, and what are you doing? Get out of here! No!
What am I doing here?
Jake.
Big booty Jake. Oh my God. Okay, whoa. Cover. You gotta blur that out. Oh my God.
For the audio,
so
for the audio only podcast, my dog Jake has decided to be a guest. What is your opinion?
Lovingly.
What do you watch on Valentine's Day? Okay. You're not going to get called back.
That was rude.
Yeah, you can't say that shit on television, and we just got demonetized. So
fucking racist, bro.
But yeah, so it's going to be called Who the Frick Cares, and I really like that. What were you saying? Like, it's things I thought, or what were you saying?
Things that I just think about that no one really cares about. Yeah. I mean, like the area codes. I just think about it. Will I Google it? No, but I'll ponder it for years.
Yeah, so we're gonna that's cooking up in our little noggins, and we'll probably be coming out to you soon enough. But either way, we'll see you in 2 weeks. We will be doing a movie. I don't want to say it because we might just change our mind.
Yeah, it's kind of problematic. So we're kind of... Yeah, but isn't everything...
Oh, yeah. I mean, fuck it. We're going to do Master of Disguise next. Yeah. We're doing Master of Disguise. Oh,
there goes the calendar. The cat's going crazy.
Yeah, Otis,
this is the
orange.
chaos I live for, though.
Yeah.
My guy. He's like... Did I do that?
Yeah. But yeah, all right. Stay virtuous, my dudes. And remember, the movies won't get better, but we probably might will.
I don't think that's the line, but I like that one. We might will. Never.
Yeah.
We'll try.
Adios.
Bye-bye.